All right, thank you very much. Really cool pitch and presentation. And I think there are some questions about this concept, of course. Please raise your hand if you have a question. In the back.
I think it's a great concept, but it's not so clear to me what you want to do exactly. So, how do these places, what do they look like, or what? Can you maybe explain, what you will actually do?
So the travel fair is almost like a cultural event. If we equivalent this space, and you walk in, and there'll be different stations, and each station will have photography from Afghanistan, from Iran, from Somalia, and we all have those photos already. That will be displayed. And this is not just me. I'm working with several people with different migrant and travel background who are designing this together. And it's in a way to give the voice of people who usually don't get heard through media, through politics, to show a different side of migration. And when you go through that journey, it will be these different stations, different tables, different exhibitions that will give you that journey of travel. Does that get a little bit more clear?
Yes, and have you already started, or what's the time frame?
We have already started, so we're already working with different migrants, we're working with different organizations, and we're talking to different locals as well, asking them, what are you interested in order to design it in a way that people actually want to engage and come. So what we need now is actually just the money to get it in place. We have the photography, we have all of that in place.
So only €1,000.
Only €1,000.
We have that one for tonight. A question up front, yes. You get a mic as well.
Yeah. I understand the concept and what you want to do, but is it just for one time, or do you want to do it several times?
No, we want to do it several times. So we are working on different business models. Like for instance, we want people to buy the passports with a different visa. And the visa, some passport might have one visa, which you get included in the price, but others might get five. But it varies from passport to passport. But everyone pays the same price for the visa, and that's how we earn to get the money. And it's also about educating the value of passport, because depending on where you're born, you have a very strong passport, would be Dutch or Norwegian. But if you're born in Somalia or Afghanistan, your passport has a different value. So through that and through the workshop, we're creating a business model. So we're hoping to do it more than once.
All right, thank you. And we've got one more.
I have two questions. First, do you know how many nationalities reside in Amsterdam? And the second one, how many nationalities are you aiming for in the event?
Well, what from I heard is that it's almost every nationality in the world resides in Amsterdam. Amsterdam is quite unique, and that's why I was also very interested to be here. First one, obviously, we can't do all of them. But what we're trying to do first is maybe migrants who have with a background from countries that usually perceived very negatively in media. But as we grow, we actually want to include other migrant backgrounds as well, from Norway, from France, from Spain, to show that who is a migrant actually is quite a broad range of different nationalities. But yeah, we're hoping through the different events that we can cover several nationalities.
Cool.
All right, I see a question 2 rows behind you, and you get a mic in a second.
Yeah, good idea. That sounds great. But how are you gonna? I believe that it's easy to idealize the creativity of different cultures and people. So how are you going to ensure that every stand is going to be awesome?
Exactly, but that's what we're doing right now. What we're doing now, we're holding different workshops, and we are co-designing the events with people with a migrant background, and we're testing them with locals. So we're starting small, so we're first brainstorming different ideas and how we want to do it and how we envision it. Then we go and meet with small groups, and we test actual activities and get feedback on what works and what doesn't work. Because a lot of things can sound good in theory, but not so good in practice. So that's exactly what we're doing now, before we're doing the event.
Cool.
All right, sounds like a good plan. And maybe there's some last question for tonight. Yes, you get my mic.
Great idea. I was just wondering, if I visit you, do this tour, what do you want to leave me with which thought? Or
I want you to get a different perspective of certain cultures, like Afghanistan, Iran, and Somalia, where you usually hear about war, terrorism, and poverty. But I also want you to connect with people from different culture in Amsterdam, because it's such a diverse city, but it's very easy to live parallel rather than together. So that's what we're hoping to do.
All right, a warm applause for the last speech. All right, thank you very much.